This presentation is brought to you by the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are a for-hire broadcaster. If you would like us to stream your league, contact DayPaulB661 on Discord, member number 1015. Thank you, and enjoy the race.
Hello and welcome to the Electronic Motor Racing Network. You are going to be watching the TI Racing NASCAR Cup Series here at Dover International. And these Cup guys are going to be conquering this concrete 1 mile. And we're sponsored by Apex Sage Coaching and Drive Business Solutions. And my name is Jesse Rathbun, and with me, as always, is Mr. Alan Bledsoe. How are you, Alan?
Man, I would have been a lot better if that intro had gone better for me. But man, it's Dover. We're at the Monster Mile. Let's all just take a second just to think about that name right there. The Monster Mile. Look at these guys going off into back straightaway. And, I mean, some of them are either getting loose, they're hitting the wall. This is a super tough racetrack. And it's gonna be a really fun race. This may be a little bit surprising for you to hear, but I am going to be a little disappointed if we don't see someone, at least one time, just absolutely pound the heck out of that turn 2 wall. Because that's what this racetrack is known for. And, you know, chip drivers get tight off of turn 2 and knock that wall back, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see that tonight, I have no doubt. These are very experienced drivers, however, so I wouldn't expect to see it as much as we might see it in a public lobby for sure. These guys coming off that long green flag run at Texas last week, looking back to Auto Club, long green flag run. I would expect to see nothing less than that again tonight. We might have a few cautions early like we have the first 2 weeks of the season, but I don't think that will be a caution-filled race unless these guys are just super aggressive, more aggressive than we would expect them to be. You know, this track is a mile long, but it does race sort of like a short track. So we've got to keep that in mind as these guys battle all night long. And you're looking at some crashes right now in practice. These guys just kind of messing around, seeing what they can get a hold of, get away with here today.
Man, yeah. I mean, as you can see right here, off turn 2, a couple of drivers. That's fun to say, drivers. They basically wrecked in turn 2, AJ Stravato and Dylan Parker, which, take a look at the leaderboard, AJ Stravato leading Corey Melton by 3/100ths of a second.
Yeah, no surprise to see those two guys up there as they've been. AJ's the class of the field last week, wasn't able to put the finishing touches on after a late race caution, and that was the 95 of Bryce Lightning McCoon being able to bring that home. And then remember the 52, Dylan Parker, sitting there in 5th place on the leaderboard. He brought home the win in the first week at Auto Club, so expect him to be fast. Had some troubles at Texas last week. I'd expect to see him put those behind him and continue on this week on his winning ways, running up front in that Drive Business Solutions Chevrolet. Somebody that we haven't seen up front yet this year, has had some good qualifying efforts, good practice speed, but hasn't been able to put a race together completely, is the 84 Brighton Hutchings, sitting in 4th place right now. Good to see him up in there, that top 5.
Well, again, it's top 5 fastest laps, as I think that might have been the 88 that was wrecking off there through turn 2. But I mean, it is 1 lap practices, or fastest lap practice, and I mean, Brighton can put up some fast laps, but it's his consistency. We need to see more consistency out of that 84.
Yeah, and I think that's something that he's been focusing on, trying to get string this 200 laps together. You know, that's a challenge for anybody at this track. So to see that 1 lap speed, that's got to be something he's looking forward to. Seeing on the board there, and then being able to put those laps together, and maybe starting up front, if he can match his practice speed with his qualifying speed, if he can put it up front in qualifying, maybe that's something he'll be able to maintain throughout the race. As well as, Dylan Parker, our first week winner, wasn't able to put a race together last week. This goes to show how hard it is to consistently put your car where it needs to be. The drivers around you is going to make a difference. All of these drivers, highly competitive, highly aggressive. So it takes a lot of things to put a race together. Pit road, entrance to this pit road is absolutely hard. You see the 48 right now practicing pit road. He came in
Jesse Chris
under speed. He came in under speed and goes down pit road. So working on that entrance. Expect these guys to continue working on that as they continue in this practice session. So right now we're joined by Chris Lewis, who is the creator of the TI Racing Cup Series. How's it going, Chris?
Hanging in there one day at a time, getting ready to watch these boys go around in a circle 200 times.
Yes, sir. Well, again, we appreciate you having us here to broadcast these guys. They're phenomenal to watch, and I understand that you've got something you'd like to share with us here.
I do. I'm gonna bring him up here. Let's see if I can do this real quick. So this is Andrew Tucker. This is the captain of Grublets on Ice. They actually sponsor basically my minor league team in this Cup series, and I know you guys have something special to debut tonight. He literally made this in what, Dergie, like 5 minutes?
10-15.
But Andrew Tucker is the captain of Grublets on Ice. He's an amazing guy. I've been playing with these guys for 3, 4, 5, 6 years now. I love these guys to death. They have what Grublets on Ice basically is iRacing, but on NHL.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So Dergie plays every night, tries to get better, tries different things, and it pays off. He puts a lot of hard work and dedication in this, and to have this on the Cup car this year, it's kind of special for TI Racing, and hopefully we can get him a win.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, what car numbers are we looking at? I see the 100 up here, and that's TI Racing, right?
It's TI Racing, or it's basically our minor league team.
Okay.
Now we have the 100 David Stringle. Who else we got tonight running it? Got the 21 of Brandon Alfin, 86 of Jacob Locklear, and the 26 of Dan Marrera.
Very good.
Nice.
Well, we'll keep an eye on them tonight, and good luck to all of those drivers, and we appreciate you, Andrew, for coming on board these guys. Saw a little bit of your product there on the intro. Look forward to hearing more about it and seeing it, and hopefully get one of these guys in victory lane, get you a shout out.
Yeah,
that'd be
absolutely.
great. Happy to be here.
We've already debuted one of your commercial. before this session started, and it is a really cool looking commercial. Tell us a little bit more about that before we go into qualifying.
Well, thank you. Like Jesse said, I threw it together pretty fast, but basically, the season has just ended on NHL for the finals. It goes through a few every year, and there's different ranks depending on how much you play and whatnot. But I'm hoping this next season we can get higher ranked for the team and be one of the top teams in the world. Just boost that percentage up a little bit more than we did this year. We did good, but can always aim to do better.
So is this
Absolutely.
kind of like simulated hockey, or is it like the NHL 2021 video game, or what platform is it on?
We play on Xbox, and it's the NHL 2021 video game, but it's really the only hockey video game out there. It's the most realistic one, anyway. They've improved a lot over the last few years with realism, so there's not as much glitches in the game anymore. Hits are more realistic. It's just more realistic all around.
Very good. Well, congratulations on the game. Congratulations on the commercial. Looks good for being thrown together so quickly. And hopefully we'll get a lot of eyeballs here tonight and get your product out there.
Yeah, for sure. Good luck to everyone out there tonight that's driving.
And all right, thank you, Andrew. We appreciate it. And Chris, we appreciate you bringing him in, getting him involved in the iRacing scene and the TI Racing Cup Series. You've done a lot for this league, as I've already learned throughout this season here, and look forward to being a part of the rest of it.
Sounds good. Thank you guys too, and don't forget, go TI Racing tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, Alan, here we are getting into qualifying. So we'll see who's got the fast times here. It looks like Colby Wells in the 45 ended practice on top with Brian Tarnowski right behind him. But Colby was a good 3/10 on the field, so we'll see if that carries over into qualifying, as it looks like we've got Brighton Hutchings on the racetrack right now. We'll monitor his line and see how he does. Looks like he's hugging the bottom on that out lap. Kind of what you want to do, depends on your driving style. Got to keep your foot in it here. Get up off the corner good. Don't push too hard.
Almost got into the wall on the front stretch. He'll be in
And that's
second
going to happen
after Barrett.
That's going to happen every single lap there. So
There's Corey
Barrett
Melton.
Morton, and Corey with a 22.152. That's moving compared to practice. That's
Yeah, that's fast.
yeah, that's fast there. So we'll keep watching these guys go around, and Corey's going on his second lap here. See what kind of time he can put up. Alan, do you expect the first lap or the second lap? As we've got Corey.
I expect the first lap to be the fastest out of everyone. Here's Lightning McCoon, last week's winner. See what time he put up. Or puts up. I guess he hasn't put it up yet. David Stringle, first car for that TI Racing. He's second place. And there's Dylan Parker. Takes the pole position away from Corey Melton.
With a 22.047. That's a fast lap right there. Blistering.
Yes,
with Corey with a 152. And David Stringle in the 100 with a 190.
Dylan Parker just put it in the barrels at the pit entrance.
Oh no.
Oh, here's AJ Stravato. He dominated last week's race. He's back again for more racing this week. Out for his hot lap.
Definitely a car we're going to have to keep a eye on here in qualifying. See how he does.
Second.
Hugging that apron right there. Goes to P2, as he said, Alan. See what he can do on his second lap. Does he have anything for his...
For Dylan Parker. Yeah.
I believe that's his teammate.
That is his teammate. His Drive Business Solutions teammate.
Looks like the second lap is slower.
As expected. Tires wear very quickly around here. As we see a Brian Tarnowski out on the racetrack now, along with the 86 of Jacob Locklear, another TI Racing member. He gets 9th.
We've got the 45 of Colby Wells rolling off here. It's another Drive Business Solutions teammate. And just an update on him, he is going to be serving probation for the rest of the season after some early instances in the year where he's had some aggressive driving that the admins deemed unnecessary and excessive. So watch for the 45 to back it down a notch this week. Last week, getting into the 84 Brighton Hutchings as Brighton was trying to let him go around. Some things happened there. Talked to some admins this week, said that they settled on probation to give him a second chance here. So we'll see how he does if he makes the most of that. As he goes to P7 on the board during this qualifying lap with a 22.278.
And guys,
Looks
I just realized I have to apologize for misleading you guys. The Drive Business Solutions team, that is TI Racing. PTP is actually the team that we had with the interview.
yes. Thank you for that clarification. I knew they were a different team, but I couldn't find it myself, so I was just gonna roll with it.
Yeah, it's PTP.
So I'm glad you were able to find that.
I apologize, everyone. But it looks like everybody's done with qualifying. So
yes, we have a couple drivers that were unable to put up times, probably brushed the wall in qualifying here. That's going to be the 88 of Jaden Porter and the 115 of Eric Tupper. And then Chris Lewis is going to be on your screen. Is he on the rolling screen? Let's see. I don't see him on the rolling screen. So never mind. He's on my screen, but he's not turned a lap or anything, so I don't think they're going to score his car.
all right, what do you say we go to the?
So let's go ahead and go to trackside to get our prayer and national anthem. And you are watching the TI Racing Cup Series on the Electronic Motor Racing Network.
Dear Lord, we thank you so much for this day. We thank you so much for all that you do for us and the opportunity to be able to come and participate in this event. I pray that everything that we say and do will glorify your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
And welcome back. You're watching the TI Racing NASCAR Cup Series brought to you by Drive Business Solutions. Go to Drive Business Solutions to get all your business needs. Find them online at Drive Business Solutions. As we've got about 2 minutes left in the drivers' meetings, we're going to run through our top 10 in qualifying here, if I can get my mouse to cooperate.
I've got
So
mine
we have
cooperating.
we've got Dylan Parker in the 52 on the pole. week one's winner with a 22.047. And on his outside pole is the 33 of AJ Stravato, also part of that Drive Business Solutions team. After coming close to winning last week. So it looks like these two are going to be the two that have got the speed in qualifying. We'll see if they can continue that in the race. Safe tires, as always on this track, eats them up. And then in third place, we're going to see Patrick Thompson in that 99 and the 48 of Corey Melton in fourth. Those two had a good battle going on until Corey messed up on pit road, getting onto pit road at Texas, overshot the pit lane, had to go around another lap, was kicking himself all week for that. See if he can make up for it this week.
Okay. And in fifth place, we've got David Stringle in that 100 car. That is the first member, or the highest member of the PTP Racing guys. And then William Anderson in sixth place. We know he's a strong driver. Qualified on the pole in one of these past races. I believe that was in Auto Club. Bryce McCoon is in seventh place, straight out of Michigan. Lightning McCoon won last week. He should be really fast. Great guy to watch out for that win. Colby Wells in the 45. Once again, he's serving a probationary period at this time. In ninth place, Nick Leo in that 69. Has been involved in a couple of incidents in the last couple of weeks, and is hoping to look for that, for a little bit of redemption from those. And in 10th place, Brandon Alpin in that 21 car.
Yes, and let me hop down and try to grab Patrick Thompson, see if we can't get him in an interview before the race starts.
So, top 10 drivers, very exciting moment here. And Jesse's back. Here we go.
Hello, this is Patrick up in the booth, man. How you doing?
Doing all right. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Looks like you got a pretty good lap there in qualifying. Think you can take care of those Drive Business Solutions guys this week?
Well, that's always the plan, but whether that goes through the way I need it to, that's a different story. But we're gonna give it a good old shot.
Hey, that's all we can ask of you, man. Tell us how this track drives. Have you had a lot of practice yet?
Yeah, I was in a session before this for about an hour, but it's a lot different in this session than it was before, so I have to kind of adjust. Feels pretty tight, a lot tighter than it was, so feel like saving tires and just getting in really nice and smooth and not putting too much throttle off the corner to hit the wall, I think is going to be really key, but we'll see.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, we won't keep you, man. You guys are getting ready to roll. Good luck tonight, all right?
Thank you so much.
Have fun in this race. Stay off that outside wall, man.
I'll do my best. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right, and that was the 99 of Patrick Thompson, your third place starter tonight. And I would try to get Dylan or AJ in here, but they're a part of the TI Racing Discord, so they actually don't stay in the Discord room that we're in during the race. They come over once the race is over. So we will try to grab those guys another time, and we are coming down the backstretch with one lap till green. So, Alan, what are you looking for in this first handful of laps? You think these guys are going to be able to be patient and keep the wheels on it, or what's your expectation here?
My expectation is we're gonna have some some comers and goers in this race, particularly at the beginning of the race when these guys don't quite know what they have. Yes, they've been practicing, but
And
We're gonna
as we
find
are
out.
coming to green flag is out, and these guys are off and racing. You can see the 52 gets a good jump. That's Dylan Parker. 99 of Patrick Thompson also gets a good jump on that bottom line. And David Stringle trying to come through and hold on to 5th place right there.
52 is way out to a big lead already. And the 99 right there next to AJ Stravato. And we have a
He's
caution
going for
already.
2nd place.
19 car.
19 car, lots of guys in the back caught up in that. We'll have to go back and see what happened. That's Barrett Morton.
Oh, he's heavily damaged too. Let's find out. Let's find out what happened here. Drives off into turn 3. Gets clipped. Who's that by?
Anthony Reiner. So there's a lot of talk about that driver this week, whether he was ready for the Cup Series and no fast repairs or not. And there you see it on lap 1, ruining a guy's night.
Oh.
Unfortunate for Anthony, unfortunate for the 19 especially.
Reiner is in the 81.
So he never really got a chance to showcase what he's got, qualified in the back, and sometimes when you qualify in the back, those kinds of things happen. So we'll see if he's going to try to repair it and keep driving, or if he's going to call it a night. You see the 81 there just...
He hit the wall. Oh, bright and hard hit into the wall.
Yeah, can we watch that one more time?
Yeah, the 81, so it looks like what happened was he came up, brushed the wall, and bounced off it as we've got pit stops going on, as you see on the mini-map.
They're all guys that had damage.
Yep. And, yep, there it is. He just bounced off it into the 19.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. And you see the 84 had a lot of damage there. The 5 has a lot of damage. The 404 has a lot of damage. So a lot of guys getting caught up in that mess, unfortunately, and we'll see what they all decide to do. Looks like they're all sitting on pit road getting some repairs right now.
Really unfortunate for a lot of these guys. And Anthony Reiner does not look like he is in this. Well, I don't know where he's at.
No, he did quit, it looks like. I'm not seeing him on here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him either.
So it looks like we're going to be...
It appears he's either quit or he's been kicked. I'm not sure.
He has not been kicked. He has not been kicked. I can guarantee that. He's just given an EOL. Admins say caution was charged to Reiner. And just got word from the admin, the 81 will not be coming back. So that is from Chris Lewis, the 81 will not be coming back to race in the TI Racing Cup Series. So we're getting it reset here. Less than a lap under green before a caution flag flew. So these guys saving some fuel, trying to stretch that fuel mileage.
You can hear these guys are all either clutching it, shutting their engines off, putting it in, or leaving it in 4th gear. And wow, Dave came up to the pack real fast. The 404 talking about him. And they are trying to save fuel. They are not planning on pitting this early in the race, obviously. So Jesse, I gotta ask you, what do you expect out of this race? You've been asking me what I expect, which I've got quite big feelings for it, but what are you thinking we're going to see in this race?
I expect to see a long green flag run after these guys get settled down. We might see another early caution, but I do expect them to settle down. The guys in the back, unfortunately, they're going to have some damage that they're going to have to deal with, so these front leaders and the whole pack is going to have to deal with some lap traffic throughout the race, unfortunately. And fortunately for us, that's going to cause a lot of excitement. It's going to get these guys having giant runs off the corner with nowhere to go because the car is going to be in the wrong place. And it's just going to make for an exciting race for us from the booth and you guys at home. So we're excited to see how it's going to play out. 99 started third on the bottom. This time he's going to restart on the outside as we're going down the backstretch getting ready for the green flag. And so I expect him to kind of get pushed up like the 33 did last time. I would expect to see the 33 come through on the bottom, maybe a side-by-side battle for a little while, but ultimately the 33 is going to prevail. But excited to see what this restart's going to bring as we've got the pace car slowly creeping around the track, ready to bring him back down.
40 miles an hour is that pace speed.
Yeah, makes that sharp left-hand turn. The 52's waiting. And he waits a long time and brings him back down. The 33 gets a good jump. 99, not so much. 48 behind him. Nowhere to go.
48 had to wait on that 99 car.
And those teammates worked that out really, really well. So expect to see that a lot on restarts if there are any. So we've got a side-by-side battle for fourth between the David Stringle and Corey Melton as Corey's going backwards in that 48 car. As the 45, Lightning, no, is that the 45? Yes. 45 of Kobe Wells gets through, I apologize. And also the 95 of Bryce McCoon, they get through as well. So the 48 is the loser on that restart, see if he can maintain some track position. He's a long run guy, he's told us that in previous weeks. As the 45, Colby Wells on the inside of the 100 of David Stringle, trying to bring Lightning McCoon with him. As if Lightning's able to complete that pass, that's going to put the top four positions. Well, no, I'm sorry. Patrick Thompson breaking up that Drive Business Solutions party up front. Looks like Lightning's not going to be able to get by him. David's able to hold him off for now. As David looks like he's going to be the first one up the track, testing that upper groove. 45 not giving up on that Patrick Thompson there. Trying everything he can.
He is all over the back bumper of that 99 car. And we see the PTP Racing driver there also splitting up this pack of TI Racing guys. The 100 of David Stringle having a really solid run already so far today.
Yeah, absolutely. This track's very hard to pass at. If you get on the outside, almost certainly you're going to get drove into the corner harder and get cleared if you're trying to pass. If you're on the inside trying to pass, you can't put the power down on corner exit. So very hard to pass. And as I say that, it looks like the 69 trying to go by the 57 of William Anderson. And the 69 Nick Leo completes the pass. Yeah, 57 in the wall. We talked about that in practice. That's going to be something that we're going to see all night long. That's going to give him some damage. Hopefully he doesn't have to have too much where he's going to have to contend with that all race long. As another car in back there, loose off turn 2. Looks like they got into the wall a little bit.
And the 57 has just this brigade of purple cars behind him. The 88 may not be... Jacob Locklear may not be a PTP Racing guy, but it's purple nonetheless. That was one of those things that I noticed on lap 1 of this restart. Was all of these purple cars in a line. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, just something else to watch as these guys try to make their way forward. And the 88, I'm seeing Jaden Porter having some connection issues flashing on and off the screen occasionally. No cars around him right now, not a big issue. If he keeps that up in traffic, he might get a warning from the booth.
David Stringle hit the wall. Corey Melton almost hit him on the other side of the car. This is a pretty intense battle right here. Oh, Nick Leo almost drives up a little bit too much. Stringle starting
that's
to get
what we're
past
talking
pretty
about.
fast.
Hard to get the power down. Sometimes you're going to get it down and end up into somebody. As Leo makes the pass. And right now, the 100, David Stringle just trying to get his rhythm back as he's under fire from
Ryan Whitaker.
Ryan Whitaker in the 03 there.
Oh, we've got smoke up there. What's going on?
Looks like AJ Stravato must have gotten the wall or something because he's sliding back. He was running second, and now he's in a battle for fourth on the outside. The 45 of Colby Wells, and the 99 of Patrick Thompson. These guys, oh my gosh, look how close this racing is here for second place. 4 cars under a blanket. Got the 48 on the bottom, the 99 finally clears as the 45's in the wall.
Hard. Oh, Colby Wells, that's going to do some significant damage to that car.
Yeah, so the guy that dominated last week in AJ Stravato in the 33 into the wall early here, and then his teammate Colby Wells in the 45 gets in the wall not too many laps later, battling for that third place position. And now both of these guys are going to fight damage the rest of the race. Again, hopefully it's not too bad so they can maintain their pace.
Like I was saying, I was going to be disappointed if we didn't have somebody just pound that wall coming off turn 2. And that's exactly what Colby Wells did.
Absolutely, and it looks like we've got a driver up here in the booth with us, Brighton Hutchings. How's it going, sir?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, we saw that you got into that wall early. Looks like are you on pit road making repairs, or have you retired?
I didn't get into the wall. I got taken out by
yeah, that's what I meant. Got into a wreck is what I meant to say.
Yeah, no, almost 5 minutes worth of damage. I'm just going to see if I can turn some more laps before it blows and then call it a day.
Absolutely. Looks like we got the 404 coming down pit road as well. Already lap down. Going to try to get some repairs. See if his car, he was hurting pretty bad in that caution as well. Looks like we've got is that the 9 car slow? No, that was the other one that was involved in the wreck. Yeah, the 9 of Dalton Wilson involved in that early crash. Looks like he slowed down the turn 4 as well. So Brighton, what happened in that early wreck there that you could tell? Looked like the 81 got into the wall, made some contact with the 9, or the 19, I apologize, made some contact with the 19, and then everybody else was kind of caught up in that.
Yeah, I had nowhere to go. He was sitting in the middle of the track, and I was hard on the brakes and couldn't turn. Same thing with Dave. He got caught up, and Brian, we had nowhere to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, a track like the Monster Mile, that's going to happen. We have updated the audience with the news from Chris Lewis that the 88 or the 81 of Anthony Reiner will not be back with the league. Any input on that or feelings?
Yeah, we're trying to kind of okay with the I rating for the first season, get some drivers in, see how things go. But that one I think was a little too low, and Chris and I met about it, and he won't be returning.
All right, and that's straight from an admin himself, guys, as Brighton Hutchings is the other admin in this league that works really hard to put this on. So we appreciate all the hard work you do for TIA Racing Cup Series and the work you've put into making the schedule and keeping the points updated for us here and the drivers as well.
Sir, hopefully if I stick around a little bit longer, I can be some help in the booth. Otherwise, good luck.
All right, buddy. We appreciate it. Good luck getting that car fixed. Turn some laps.
Thanks, Brighton.
As it looks like we've got the front runners kind of settled out here. Still a lot of action back in the pack near the 03 of Ryan Whitaker. We've got those purple cars, as Alan was saying, back here battling with the PTP Racing. Got a couple of them nose to tail. Brandon Alphin in the 21. David Stringle falling all the way back to 10th place after getting into the wall a few laps ago. Still maintaining some pace. He's ahead of his other 2 teammates, Brandon Alpin and Jacob Locklear in the 86. Obviously that damage affecting that car quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, these guys already 28 laps in. This is a 200 lap race. You really have to take care of your equipment. And if you don't on lap 20, if you can't on lap 28, then you're going to find yourself multiple laps down at the end of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we've already noted multiple times, part of keeping yourself in this race is staying off the wall. The guys that can be the most consistent lap after lap are going to be the guys contending for the win later in this race. As the guys that are up front right now in the 52, Dylan Parker, I've yet to see him get into the wall. The 99, Patrick Thompson, he's been close but hasn't done it. The man that's worked himself into third place in the 48 of Corey Melton, trying to put some pressure on that 99 of Patrick Thompson. And then AJ Stravato, the 33, we've seen him get into the wall, but he's still keeping pace with those second and third place drivers better than the other guys that have been in the wall. So I wonder if he, hit it a little better, didn't quite get the damage on the front end that maybe the other guys got, or is just able to manage the damage a little better.
Well,
We'll see as
we don't.
Some inside information for you guys. There was a error in setting up the race. Normally we have 50% fuel, and Chris set it up to 65. So a lot of people were talking about fuel mileage being a difference with the 50%.
Oh,
but now
we've got a crash.
Three stops.
the 99 is spun out. We'll have to go back and see what happened there. He's wrecked on the front stretch, and the 48 got into him. I don't know if he got into him and spun him or...
No, it was big damage. The 99 was sideways in front of the 48.
Okay, looks like they got close together off of the corner. Yeah, the 48 running the high line there. Comes down to do the crossover.
Oh, 99
The
got
99
sideways
blocked. That looked like a block to me. And,
99 was loose from what I could see.
Okay.
He got
They
loose
was-
trying to keep it off the wall.
Oh, yeah, that was it. And the
And
48
AJ
just trying to get
Stravato.
by. Yeah, you can see it in that. If you go to far chase on the 99, you'll see him go by. See him wiggle and look like a block from the first angle, but go back another, yeah, right there.
Yep.
You'll see him come up.
And the back
Rear
end just
tires go right. Then he goes left. Yeah, it looked like a block from the other angle, but Helen, you called it, just got loose. And then AJ Stravato, some of that right front damage, that's gonna be a big impact on that 48 and the 33.
absolutely.
Because we've got all of the leaders on pit road right now. Brighton, you were saying they could run farther on fuel. So what is a fuel run? Obviously, we're seeing a pit for tires and fuel right now.
It's anywhere from, say, 53 to 55 laps. It was originally about 40 laps, so that's where the fuel mileage calculations comes in a lot different. They could make it on 3 stops, but now with the caution, that kind of changes things up.
Absolutely. As we're seeing the 33 and 48 sit there and get some damage repair, going to lose all their track position. So that's going to bring the 52, Dylan Parker, out front. And then he's got Lightning McCoon in the 95 right behind him. He's the winner of that ordeal. Went from 5th now to 2nd place. And then Jaden Porter in the 88. Remember, he had to start out back after not being able to put a qualifying lap in. He's going to come out 3rd after just 34 laps. And then right behind him, we've got the 100 of David Stringle. Curious to know if he would sat there to take some damage repair, or if he's going to just run what he brung there, as we've got lots of cars that sat on pit road to repair some damage. The 57, the 26, the 48, the 69, the 03, the 45, the 5, the 99, the 33, all of them just now catching back up to the field after taking a lot of damage repair. So, long race, like we've said multiple times. Get better to take your medicine now, get that damage fixed, and, work your way back forward.
As our in-race reporter is on pit road now. Oh, he's gone.
So he's got his damage repaired, he said. He said he had 5 minutes. Looks like he's got that. Comes back in, gets some tires, and is now rolling back out on the track. Probably saw all the chaos going on and said, you know what, I'm only 7 laps down. I bet I can make up quite a few positions by the end of this one.
I think that's a good call right there. Obviously, we're going to have some crashes. I don't see this race being running green. Like you do, Jesse. I see some mayhem. I see some chaos. Maybe not to the extent. It's just the racetrack, These cars get tight coming off of turn 2. It's so hard to keep it off the wall. So, when these guys get to racing each other, you're going to have some incidents. I mean, Brighton's back. So, what's your take on all of this, Brighton?
Do you feel like we're going to have a long run, or like we have the first 2 weeks, or do you feel like we're going to do these 30-lap stints and just have an incident where somebody gets tight, gets under the wall, or somebody gets loose trying to defend a position? What's your feel on the race being out there?
Well, hopefully they settle down and it goes long, because that's the goal, right? But if someone gets loose again, I think it's going to keep with these short stints, which is not ideal.
Absolutely, as we've got the cars getting ready to come into turn 3, going to take the green flag this time. We've got the 52 Dylan Parker on the inside, going to restart first place. The 95 Lightning McCoon to his outside. And then we've got the 88 of Jaden Porter, made his way up from the back to be in third place now. Yep, hopefully he can get those squared away. As the 52 waiting again a long time, finally takes off in that Geico restart zone. Gets a good jump. The 95 right there with him, though, not going to let him get away.
That 88 is... The 21 had a hard time telling when the 88 was going. I think... Oh,
there's
we have
a
another
caution
wrap.
out again. Jacob Locklear up the track.
What happened
It's
here?
like the 84 is slow. What happened back there, Brighton?
Even when I came around the front stretch, all I saw was 2 cars stopped, so I'm not really sure.
We're going to find out.
We had Jacob Locklear up front in the 86. I don't know what happened to him, but he went high in this first turn.
26 spun his tires. And then the 69 had nowhere to go.
We're involved, yep.
So we're going to go into far chase mode. And... Oh, yeah, he totally spun the tires. He's still spinning them. Even after hitting the wall twice, he was still spinning the tires. He was not letting off that gas. Poor Nick Leo had nowhere to go.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of damage. That was a big hit from him. Let's see if we can go back and, since we know what happened there, if we can go back to the restart and look at the 86 of Jacob Locklear. I just saw him go really high into the first turn. I'm not sure if something happened or he just, I don't know.
Let's find out.
I mean, I don't know what.
He went to the high side. I don't really know what else to say.
That's a Denny Hamlin move from Bristol Dirt. Why would you go up there? So, I don't know what his thinking was. Maybe he just overshot it. Other than that, I don't really have much to say about that. I'm not sure what happened.
As you've got couple more takers, the 99, the 66, the 26, the 69, excuse me, the 26 and the 9, all of these guys have been involved in crashes today.
Yeah, and the 99 of Patrick Thompson on pit road getting some more damage repair too, as he had that incident on the front stretch. And we will take a short commercial break here while these guys are under pace. Still got a couple laps to go. You are watching the TI Racing Cup Series presented by Apex Sage Coaching on the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Electronic Motor Racing Network. You are watching the TI Racing Cup Series presented by Apex Sage Solutions. Apex Sage Coaching, I'm sorry. You can find Apex Sage Coaching on Twitter at Apex Sage Coaching. They provide road course training for drivers of all skill levels. Learn how to take those corners on road courses. They also have a guy that does oval racing as well. So if you are looking to get better, then hit up Apex Sage Coaching. As we are back on the track with 1 lap to go, still the same players up front, and the only updates we have real quick is Dan Morera in the 26 was assessed a penalty of the EOL from that last caution, and the 99 of Patrick Thompson was given an EOL from the caution before that. As we were coming around, pace car getting ready to take that left-hand turn. As he does, we'll see if the 52 drags him long in the restart box again, or if he goes a little earlier. As he goes as soon as he gets there, as soon as he gets to the end this time, and the 95 not able to get a jump on him like he did last time, and the 88 is able to get to his inside. That is Jaden Porter. What a drive he's having, able to stay out of trouble up front, looking to the inside, looking at second place.
And Jaden Porter, it appears his connection issues are a little better right now, as he was not blinking at all in that on that restart.
95 to the inside of his teammate Dylan Parker. Dylan's gonna slide up the track. The 95 has the position. Lightning McCoon to the front. Dylan Parker, big run down the backstretch, driving to the inside. Not gonna give up that point just yet.
Close racing right there. Between teammates, TI Racing right there. Best of the best.
That's how you give up a little. Absolutely. That's how you give up a little on corner entry on the high side. Get him back on corner exit, able to get that big run down the backstretch, maintain the lead after he drives back around him. So Dylan Parker back up front. Lightning McCoon going to have to try to figure out a way around again.
Jaden Porter there in third. And then David Stringle there in fourth place with William Anderson right there in fifth.
As William's going to look to his inside. I saw the 100 get a little squirrely off turn 2. 57 had a peak, not going to be able to make it work as we've got the 33 of AJ
33
Stravado.
just put the 48 in the wall. How's Corey Melton going to retaliate for that?
I don't know if he'd retaliate, but he definitely will make him scared now after that.
Yeah, it looks like 33 just wasn't clear, moved up in front of him. So the 48 is going to keep that in mind as he continues on here.
45 to his inside.
Yeah, it could be a lot of front end damage for him. He's already got some damage on the right front from that spin by the 99.
Both of those guys have damage on the right front from that spin. The 33 and the 48. They're probably both really frustrated after that crash.
Yeah, absolutely. Just trying to make back what they can while they can right now. All the cars are close together. Is Lightning McCoon, the 95, still trying to work his way around the leader, Dylan Parker. This is your battle up here in the front right now. Nothing much going on as the 48 is making up some ground, but he's also got Colby Wells in the 45 right behind him. So he's a dry business solution pancake right now, right in the middle there.
Colby Wells, that last time by, was the fastest car on the racetrack. That 45 car, he's fast. Here he comes to the inside of the 48. And the 48's going to let him have it.
Yeah, no sense in fighting now. He's got a damaged race car. Hold on to what you can. Wait till some pit cycles.
86 got into the wall a little bit off turn 4.
Yeah, that's Jacob Locklear. He's the one that went high on the last restart, the restart before last. Lost a lot of track position, so now he's in the back. Could that have been a play? Maybe he didn't think he wanted to be up there with all those guys being that aggressive and willing to give up track position a little bit as we got the 03 in the wall off the corner. No harm, no foul, a little bit of damage, but that's nothing he's worried about at the moment.
And guys, this is expected. Like I keep saying it, and I feel like I'm being repetitive, but no joke, this track is super hard. You're gonna get into the wall at least once, unless you just have the focus of what's a really
Superman. I don't know.
of a laser. You have to have laser
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah, and so we're seeing these guys. This track doesn't get the name the Monster Mile for no reason. It's very hard to drive this corner, especially up off the corners, and keep the power down, stay out of the wall. You get back to the gas a little too early, you're going to push off the exit and get into that wall. As we've got the 45. I'm
Working
sorry,
the
we've got
inside of the
AJ
21.
Stravato. Yeah,
It's
I was
Colby
right,
Wells.
okay. Yeah, okay. So Colby Wells trying to get around.
The 21,
The-
Brandon Alpin.
Yeah, and Brandon Alpin drives for that other TI Racing League, the JV
TTP.
squad, as the JV squad, as Chris put it, the feeder league to the TI Racing Cup Series and that PTP Racing.
Right. Corey Melton also got around the 21 as well.
And here comes the 99 behind them, working some traffic as well, trying to get some. He's to the inside of Jacob Locklear. Trying to make up some ground with that damaged race car, make all he can get, running in the 11th position.
As it looks like this is the most spread out this field has gotten all race long. Do you think we're going to be able to have some green flag racing here?
No green and white flags in this league. We don't do timeout cautions. So we're going green till we have natural cautions only, no stage racing here. But I do think this is what I kind of expected, the field get to spread out a little bit, get some green flag laps, let the drivers in the back work their way forward, have the 52 doing what he's doing with I think probably the only race car on the track that doesn't have any damage.
I mean, it's a very real possibility. Lightning McCoon may not have any damage. I think Jaden Porter is still clean. William Anderson, I'm pretty sure, has a little bit of damage. David Strinkle, I know, has damage. AJ Stravato, Colby Wells, those guys all have damage. So I think the top three are pretty much the cleanest cars in the field.
Yeah, and the 57 only got it once off the wall, so I think he's probably okay. You can see him maintaining pace with everybody else, but our leaders just put up a lap that's about 0.2 faster the lap before.
Yeah, definitely the fastest car on the racetrack right now.
As we've got some lap traffic going to be coming into play here. Looks like, yeah, the 26 on the apron, letting everybody go by.
He looked like he was about ready to head to pit road, but he is just letting everyone by. Oh, no, he is going to pit road.
Yeah, he probably just realized he doesn't have much pace there, so he's on pit road.
Maybe getting
He's a
some
full
damage repair.
Right, yeah, he's a full 3 seconds off pace, so hard to stay in the race, stay out of the way with that being that far off the pace.
Dan Marrera, after spinning his tires for a good 200 yards, ends up back to pit road on lap 61, trying to fix some of that damage.
Yep, not retired yet. I still see him sitting there, so trying to get that damage fixed, running for points. Wants to get all he can.
15th place.
And it looks to me as if the 88 of Jaden Porter is a little bit faster than the 95, just having a whale of a time trying to get by him. As you see him run up on his bumper there, has to get out of the gas, just nowhere to stick your nose that late in the corner.
William Anderson
Gonna have
going
to
to give
try
him a
to-
break.
Yeah, I mean, he had to back up right there, let out of the gas on corner exit, and that's the last place you want to do it at. So he's going to have to regroup, take another 2 or 3 laps, try to get back up there, try to get a good run on exit so that he can get underneath him. As you see him make up a lot of ground through that corner there. Hopefully he gets a good run down the backstretch. Next time off turn 2, if he can time it right, maybe he'll get to his inside.
That 88 is fast. He may be able to put up some lap. If he can put up some lap times against that 52 once he gets by that 95, he may be able to run that 52 down and perhaps challenge for the lead. As here he goes again,
There it is,
challenging
as he
for
sticks
second
his
place.
nose out. He's going to be underneath him. Now the problem's going to be getting the power down. Can he get him cleared? Is he going to clear himself? He gets him cleared. And now he's got his sights set on the leader.
That looked like McCoon let him have it. Maybe just a little bit, gave him a bit of a break. These guys racing smart now. They're realizing that we're not even halfway through this race. They've got to take care of their equipment.
Yep, coming to lap 66 of 200. These guys finally giving some breaks as the 95 slides high right there. Did not get in the wall. Oh, maybe he did get in the wall. Didn't look like it to me, but possibly the 57 had a big run there. Gave him a break going into turn one.
I think he did get into the wall just a little bit, but not enough to really damage the car too bad.
Just a scotch. You can touch it, just a scotch. Because it looks like Nick Leo in the 69 is falling a lap down.
He's loose. The 88's loose too.
69 running high, just trying to let them. This is what I was talking about. These leaders going to come up off the corner with him to the outside, and that is going to give the.
Here comes the 100, David Stringle.
Yeah, 100 past the 57 just because of Leo off the corner there. Nothing he did wrong. There. Yeah, nothing the 69 did wrong off turn two, just a bad place to catch him for the leaders, especially the 57 who lost a position in that.
Right. All three of those guys lost a lot of time on the leader, as Jaden Porter still not quite catching the 52. I mean, he's 0.4 of a second off per lap.
A little bit closer that time. Had to work
1/10. Yeah. But Dylan Parker, very much the fastest race car on the track right now, as the 95.
The 95.
Oh, what happened there?
The wall must have got loose off two and just tried to save it all the way down the backstretch, and that's what happened.
Let's go back and take a look. I mean, that was crazy. Oh, he got the wall. He hit the wall just barely in the back on the backstretch, and it kicked him off straight towards the apron.
Yeah, then shoots up the track into the wall again. Was able to get it slowed down quite a bit, but lost all kinds of positions. Falls back in line between the 33 and the 48, as the 48's now to his inside.
Yep.
Gonna make that pass.
So Lightning McCoon, all of a sudden, not having the day he wanted. I mean, it happens that fast. You go from second to, where is he now? Sixth?
Well, he was running third.
Place?
Down to...
Just
no,
in the matter of, yeah, 7th place. From 2nd to 7th in the matter of about 10 laps, if that.
Well, heck, that was one corner.
Well, he was 3rd in that corner. But yeah, you're right.
But what that did do when they caught Nick Leo is brought that whole lead group closer together.
With the exception of the top two.
Right, those guys are kind of running away from the rest, but these guys are catching some more lap traffic, more opportunities for these guys to pass.
Although, it's got to be said, that last time by, David Stringle was one of the faster cars on the racetrack.
And that's because the first two were in lap traffic.
Yeah, lap traffic could still play a factor in this race, as there's Brian Tarnowski going down his first lap down.
Doing a great job. I don't know that we've seen him. He was in that first incident, but I don't know that he's been in the wall since then, so doing a good job.
Oh, William Anderson clips the apron.
Yeah, the 57-33 have to go a little lower on entry. Brings the 48 right up to their bumper.
57 was trying to save his tires behind the second and third place cars about 15 laps ago, and all of a sudden he finds himself a little bit further back. Wonder what happened there. I remember he was given the 95
48
break.
Gets the wall off turn 4 there, just barely. And the 57 rolling the entry a little slower, hoping to get a good exit.
33 is being very aggressive right now. AJ Stravato looking to make up some ground after his and Melton's and Thompson's wreck.
Yeah, all these guys are doing a very good job after that damage. 99 still running in 10th. Has a lot of damage, but able to stay on the lead lap thus far. These guys have run 44 laps on a fuel run so far. Brighton, what did you say they could do? About 65?
52 to 56. I'm showing 57, but I'm down on power, so roughly 55 laps.
All right, so we've got about another 8 to 10 laps, 7 to 10 laps before we'll see these guys on pit road. I would not expect to see many of these guys take damage repair under green, as the 33 still trying to get by the 57. Had a nose to his inside, had to back out of it. William Anderson hits the apron again, going into turn 3. That's going to give 33, AJ Servato, the run off the corner he's been looking for. He's going to clear the 57.
There's the
give
48
the 48
as well.
the inside, going to also clear. Take the 57 from 5th to 7th. Just by that one mistake. It's a game of inches in these cars, as you can tell.
Corey Melton
There's the 48. Saves it.
Oh,
what a
wow.
save. Gives that position right back, but doesn't lose another yet.
That looked like
As the
another count of loss of focus. He brushed the wall in the middle of the backstretch. I mean,
That'd be a glitch on iRacing's part, where that's the third driver at least
I think
we've seen
there's a
do
bump.
that.
I think there's a bump on that outside line, right in the middle of the line, where you touch it just wrong, and it pushes you up into the wall.
Yeah, because I've not seen these drivers do that ever, and now we've seen 3 of them do it just this race.
Three of the best.
Yeah, so it's hard to say what's going on back there. Corey's looked like it happened a little earlier in the back straightaway, but it's so hard to tell. It was all right around in that same area. As you see the 84, Brighton Hutchings making his way around, missing a front bumper, just trying to get all the points he can, hoping there's a couple more wrecks or misfortune for these other guys so he can get a few more positions. Currently running in the 15th position.
He might actually
So made
be a
up
little bit
5
faster
positions
than Nick
already.
Rio.
Were you guys talking about the bump?
Yeah.
On the backstretch. It seems like we've had a lot of drivers this race, especially in the middle of the backstretch, just get sucked into the wall back there. Is there a bump back there, or what's
what's
going
your
on?
take
Is it a
there?
glitch?
It's rather bumpy. If you actually ride on board with somebody, it bounces around pretty good.
Well, let's do it. Let's get on the
leader.
48. The 48's got a car in front of him. Let's try that.
All right.
That way we can see a car in front of him, how it bounces as well.
Right there, running behind the 57.
Yep, you can see how Corey's getting up, the 57, doing a little defensive driving there.
No, that's definitely bumpy. Down the backstretch. Let's get a little closer to the road, shall we?
See the 57. A little loose off the corner. 57 going high. 48 trying to make some moves underneath him. Gonna make it work. 57 comes back strong on the outside. But you're starting to see these worn tires, that 2 lanes coming in. As the 48's gonna clear in the 21. Brandon Alphin gonna try to stick his nose in there.
Watch these bumps. Watch the steering wheel on Corey Melton. He's got to try to keep it off the wall because of the bumps. That is crazy. I didn't realize it was that bumpy, Brighton.
Yeah, with all the drivers, I've talked to a few, they've actually had to turn down their force feedback on their wheels because it's just so aggressive.
Oh, we actually have a challenge for
There's
the
the
lead. Look at
88.
the 88, Jacob
Catch him.
Locklear. Sorry, not Locklear. That's Jaden Porter. I apologize. Jacob Locklear's in the 86.
So yeah, he's run down the leader.
Amazing.
I wonder if that's a mix of lap traffic, or there's not much lap traffic around these guys.
Oh,
for
no.
Probably the last handful of laps, if he's just putting down faster times.
Yeah,
We knew he was fast. Go ahead.
the next person in lap traffic is literally a full straightaway ahead of these guys. So,
It's 57 on pit road here.
oh, yep,
So
William
pit
Anderson.
stops have started. He's the first one to come down, and I would expect a slew of drivers behind him.
55
The 88
laps
swerving
on his
low
tires.
on the backstretch. Looks like he's coming to pit road. So the 88 giving up second place to come down pit road. He's had issues with pit road in the first 2 weeks of the series. See if he can keep it clean here.
At a
entrance.
crawling 35 miles an hour, I can't see anybody having any problems getting into their stalls.
I
This
can't see
is
anybody
slow.
having trouble slowing down from 160 to 35.
Oh,
Off
I'm
a
not
big
talking
transition
about
with old
going-
tires. No,
Okay.
yeah, I know what you mean. Not overshooting their pit box.
Right. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know what you meant. 99 on pit road.
Corey
48
Melton.
on pit road. 88's down and away.
Let's see if the 88 is able to make up some progress on the 52 after this sequence. 52 has
Yeah.
yet to pit, even though
Yeah,
he's got 59 laps on his tires so far. You hearing anything on the radio, Jesse?
We've not seen much fall off, really. I mean, honestly, David Stringle, his fastest lap is a 22.67. His last lap. Okay, yeah, we're seeing quite a bit of fall off. I was just looking at the decimals, about 2 seconds. So I bet you the 88 does jump over the 52 here on these fresher tires. As
Well,
David
he's
Stringle
already
on the hundreds
absolutely.
on pit road.
He's already passed him on the racetrack, and I mean he is just pulling away so fast. I can't see the 52 not pitting here pretty soon.
Now he may be doing another strategy where he's going to try to make it on one more stop. Be hard to do that, but if he's been maintaining that lead, clutching into the corners, like we saw his teammate do at Auto Club. Oh no, that was him doing that at Auto Club in the 52. You know, maybe he's doing that again, giving up time on the track, but saving a pit stop. That could be a strategy here as well.
And last week, the 52 retired early last week, so we didn't get to see what he had out of the field. So, what is he gonna do in this race? Who was it last week that was really saving his fuel? It was Lightning, wasn't it? The winner of the race.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. Another Drive Business Solutions, and I'm looking at Dylan Parker, and he is absolutely clutching into the corners. He's clutching down the backstretch before he ever gets there, using no brake in the corners, giving up tons of time on the track, but I do believe he's trying to stretch it so that he can make it on one more stop. And if he goes if he can make it to lap 100, he can easily make it on one more stop.
He's 64 laps on this fuel run. Is he going to be able to make it 3 more? That's the real question.
Well,
Doesn't
he's
look like
coming
it.
in
He's
right
going
now.
in.
He doesn't need to make it that long. He just went 64 on
Uh-oh.
a stop.
Did he speed on pit
saved
road?
it.
He locked it up halfway into the first segment. I think he might have sped.
He was definitely speeding. Whether or not he'll get assessed a penalty, he brought it down to 17 miles an hour.
Well, let's
So,
find out.
We'll
here
see.
if he's going to.
We'll know after they put those tires on.
So Jaden Porter will take over the lead here. He's passing now. That's for the lead. That shows you how fast those new tires are.
And he's down and away. No penalty for the 52.
Wow.
That's what I mean.
got
iRacing,
lucky.
all you have to do is give that time back, and he gave plenty of it back. And able to save himself a penalty, lost lots of time. But on his strategy, being probably the only one that can make it on one more stop, there might be a few others that are pretty darn close. And as we've cycled through this round of pit stops, we're going to debut something on the Electronic Motor Racing Network that you haven't seen yet. We're going to our side-by-side commercial break, and we will be right back after these messages. You're watching the TI Racing Cup Series on the eMRN Network.
Now.
And welcome back to the TI Racing NASCAR Cup Series on the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are presented by Drive Business Solutions. Get all your business needs at Drive Business Solutions. And Ellen, I have been watching the lap times for Dylan Parker as he's gone back out on track, and he is running 7/10 faster than Jaden Porter. His strategy, I think I figured it out on the break. His strategy was to save there and push these last two stints. He's only got to make one more pit stop. Everyone else can make it on one more stop, I do believe, if they save the last two runs. Dylan saved on the front end, so he can push hard on the back end. I'm going to be curious to see how this plays out. I mean, he's putting some lap times down that are just astronomical compared to the leaders, and he's going to catch them. And it's just going to depend on how the race falls out, if he can keep it off the wall, and the cautions stay in the belt of the flagmen.
Well,
Yeah, guys, I've noticed watching the leader's lap time behind me. I've pulled about a second on him in the last, say, 4 laps, so they're definitely starting to save.
Yeah, and I wonder if he's starting to clutch into the corners like Jaden was. As Lightning McCoon gets his lap back, one of his laps back. He's now 3 laps down.
He must have been speeding. Was he involved in a crash?
No, he must have been caught speeding because he wasn't. He was at the back of the lead lap, towards the back. There's only 10 cars on the lead lap, so I think he was running like 7th, 8th, 9th, somewhere in there. So must have been caught speeding. And it doesn't look like Jaden Porter is clutching into the corners. He's just, trying to take it slow. Yeah, as you can see there on the onboard, only getting down to 7,300.
Yeah, Brighton, I think your laps or your tires are actually, yeah, you've got 11 lap
Okay.
younger tires than the
Yeah,
leader.
that does help. Tell you what,
So-
because the fall off with tires is huge here.
Yeah, as we've
Yeah, we were
noticed.
seeing about 2 seconds. Yeah, at the beginning of the run to the end of the run when Jaden Porter came back out on the track, he was about 2 seconds faster a lap than Dylan Parker, who stayed out on those old laps. But now that's coming back. Now Dylan Parker's still 7/10 faster than our leader that time by Dylan up to 6th place.
And
He's
passing
going to be
for
closing.
fifth there on David
Yeah,
Street. We have a
there's the
caution.
that he did not want to see.
Oh, Brighton, was that you?
Yes, the 03 ran the 5 up into the wall.
Oh, dear. All right, let's go to the 03 then. And Ryan Whitaker, you called it. 5
Bumped him up
didn't
the
quite
track
hit
and-
the wall. He was trying to stay off of it, and he came down into you, Brighton.
So either way, unfortunate for both of those drivers. You know, Brian had been doing a good job yeah, he just tried to stay out of the wall.
Yep.
And ended up collecting people there. The 03 got into him for sure. Brighton not really anywhere to go. 5, I'll tell you what, locks it down, keeps it out of the inside wall. So other than the left side
We have
damage,
pit stops already.
yeah, that's AJ Stravato leading him on pit road.
And Stravato will win that race off pit road as the 88 of Jaden Porter will stay out, as well as Dylan Parker and Colby
and-
Wells.
Yeah. So those guys staying out on nearly 20 plus lap tires. Jaden Porter, 26 laps since his last pit stop. 18 for Dylan Parker, 24 for Colby Wells. And as Brighton was saying, those used tires are going to be hard to defend off as these guys are coming back. Those guys are now pitting. Are they? No, those are the lap down cars.
No, those are the lead lap guys.
Those are the leaders. So they saw that maybe pit road, one of those freaky things with iRacing, that pit road doesn't open on time.
Maybe.
Just have to
I have
wonder.
seen that before.
Yeah. Just have to wonder if that's what happened there.
So that means that AJ Stravato is going to be your leader off an iRacing glitch, it seems.
Yeah, let me see if I can get Jaden Porter up here to talk about that, as we've got... Hey, Jaden Porter, it's Jesse up in the booth. Guys up in the booth. How's it going out there, man?
It's going really well. I had some internet issues beginning the race. I'm hoping they're knocking on wood they're not going to come back. But
Yeah.
had a lot of fun out here so far.
Absolutely, man. So what was that pit call right there where you guys let those guys pit before you, or was it one of those iRacing things where pit road wasn't open when you went by and was when they did?
It was definitely an iRacing thing. I was off turn 4 and I saw it pop up open. I was really confused. I thought those guys pitted a lap earlier and got a penalty for it, but I guess it was an iRacing thing.
Man, that's what we were wondering up here. Like, surely they didn't mean to stay out on that old of tires, but
Yeah,
well,
that
man, you've
seems
had a
to-
fast hot rod all day long. What's it going to take to get back up there?
I get survival now since I'm mid-pack, but saving my tires, saving the right front, I mean, that's a big part of this to keep getting green flag runs.
Absolutely, man. Well, we appreciate you visiting with us. Hope to see you on the podium or in victory lane, man.
You too.
All right.
Go get him,
That was the 88 of Jaden Porter, as we've now got some new leaders. we have the 33 and the 48. That's AJ Servato and the 48 of Corey Melton to his outside. 57 of William Anderson and the 100 of David Stringle. All of these guys bouncing back. Took an iRacing glitch, but all of these deserving to be up front. Hopefully the 52 and the 88 can make their way as the pace car is off. 33 bringing them down to the Geico restart zone, and he is taken off. The 48 gets a good jump. Restart looks clean in the back. Nobody spinning the tires. As AJ Stravato gets a great jump. 48 settles in second. The 57 of William Anderson right there in third.
99 car to the inside of the 52, but 52
to the outside of the 99.
Dylan Parker is really fast. Getting to the looking at the back bumper of the 100 of David Stringle. Stringle moves up, 52 goes higher, and he's to his outside.
And the 52, Dylan Parker, had a message for the field before we went back green saying, "You touch my car, I'm coming to your house." So everybody taking notice. He's fast right now. He's driving mad, going to work his way to the 57 of William Anderson up to 4th place in 1 lap.
Amazing.
Getting a huge run, having to check up, nowhere to take that run. 57 going to give him the outside. Not sure that's the right move. He's been making some hay up there.
Based off the speed the 52 has, it doesn't matter whether he's on the inside or the outside. The 52 is going to get by you. Look how fast this guy is. To the outside of Corey Melton. Makes the pass pretty easily.
Yeah, remember, he does not have damage. Everyone else has at least a little bit of damage. Been in an incident or two or into the wall. In 2 laps, he went from like 8th or 9th place up to 2nd place. Got his teammate, AJ Servato, in front of him. Dylan has been dominant this race. AJ dominant last week. Didn't get the win. Looking to hold off his teammate here. Do you think he can do it?
No. Dylan Parker is way too fast. Although I can see this 88 car. There's still 78 laps to go. He's moving and shaking. He's not driving through the field like Dylan was, but I could see that 88 making a challenge later on in this race.
So my question was, the 88 faster than Dylan, or was Dylan saving and that's why he was able to catch him? We're gonna find out on this run here.
Oh, this is gonna be really fun.
If the 88 can get through the field, he's still mired back in 7th position. Just worked his way around the 99 of Patrick Thompson with all that damage. So coming to the front, just not nearly as quickly as the 52. Although the 52 has kind of stalled at the same distance, about 0.2 of a second behind his teammate AJ. So maybe ready to settle and ride, just wanted to get out of trouble those first couple laps, push his tires super hard to get out of the guys that had damage back there, and now ready to ride and take care of those tires.
AJ Stravato,
what do you think about that strategy?
Well, he did use up his tires really quickly in this run already. I think the 100 just hit the wall. But I'm sure he is just trying to cool his tires down. Let his teammate in that 33, who we know is really fast, has the second highest I rating in this entire field, behind the guy you're looking at in that 52. I'm sure he's trying to just save his stuff right here, right in behind his teammate.
Yeah, all of a 13-point difference between friends and iRacing when you're at 5,400, almost 55 for Dylan Parker, 4 points away. So what's 13 between friends?
Not much.
Not much at all. So it looks like the 48, Corey Melton, hanging in 3rd place right there. William Anderson been heating him up from the back, not able to get a run. 88 of Jaden Porter up another position into 6th place, passes the 100 of David Stringle.
The top 5 have pulled away from the rest of the field. Jaden Porter, his internet connection issues seem to be returning just a little bit. You can see the blinking. It's pretty bad right now. Hopefully those issues go away here pretty shortly.
Yeah, absolutely. He's, excuse me, he's too fast to lose to internet connections, but he's been able to maintain it most of this race, so I'm
We
sure he can
already
get it
had
figured
lap
out.
traffic.
Yeah, and these guys doing a good job. Going to get the 48 off corner exit right here. Going to lose a lot of time. The 57, the 45, all those guys caught them at the worst part of the racetrack.
Another PTP
That's
racing
the
driver
88
there.
trying to
in
get
that
under the
26.
45
Here's the
with
88.
lap traffic on the outside. Not going to be able to make it work. Gives it back wisely.
Colby Wells trying to keep up with the. He's lost a lot of time after those lap cars had to go around the lap cars. So the 88 and the 100 both trying to make a move to get back into the top 5.
Yeah, Colby had a lap car to his outside, and the 88 tried to make a run and came to hit the 45's inside, and it was just a cluster off turn 2 back there. And so wisely, the 88 backed out, let Colby have it, and is going to try to get a run, pass him clean here without any lap traffic help.
So
But we do have other slower cars ahead going to work their way back that are damaged. So that's not going to go away. These guys are still going to have to battle that lap traffic.
So Jaden Porter, I want to go over this guy. He's one of our driver personalities. You heard us talk to him in an interview not too long ago, and Jaden Porter, driver of that number 88, he's from Louisville, Kentucky. Joined iRacing in 2020, just last year. Really fast for being just a year into iRacing. He's 19 years old, and his favorite hobby, guess what? It's NASCAR. That's his only
Shocking
hobby.
there.
Favorite driver, guess what? It's Alex Bowman, driver of the number 88.
48.
Sorry.
Alex Bowman drives the 48 now.
Yeah,
Used to
Ally
drive the 88.
Chevrolet.
Yeah.
And his favorite driver all time, Dale Jr., ended his career in the 88. So you can see where his personality is shining in this series. And he almost got into Colby Wells. Getting a little impatient there with the 45.
Yep, going to work his way around him on the bottom. We saw that top line had some speed if you can make it work, but the 45 not going to be able to hold it there. 88 clear, coming to the front. He is, though, 3.5 seconds behind our leader.
Well, where did that 21 come from? Made a pass on his teammate, David Stringle, just a couple laps ago, and all of a sudden he finds himself on the back bumper of Colby Wells.
Yeah, these guys are making it to the end, starting to come to the front, have saved their stuff. Guys like Brandon Alphin, haven't said his name a lot, able to keep his car out of trouble off the wall, limit the damage to this point, 138 laps into the race. Now he's ready to pass guys like Colby Wells.
To his outside. Wells made a defensive move to go to the inside. Wanted to protect that inside line. But the 21, he's not fast enough to keep the 21 behind him. So 21 makes the pass. He's up into 6th place.
And as it looks like these leaders are kind of getting strung out, the top 3 have broken away from the field. Corey Melton 7/10 behind our leader. The next guy, and William Anderson, is going to be almost 3 seconds back. So these top 3 definitely have the pace, the fastest cars on the track right now. Saving tires, logging laps, 60 laps to go, and it's going to be go time here after this next pit stop. We're going to see which one of these guys has the fastest hot rod.
You can see all of this very clearly on the mini map. These guys crossing the start-finish line now, and the 57, literally about a second behind, almost 2 seconds behind them.
Yeah, as we've got the 95 of Lightning McCoon, goes to the bottom, thought about giving the bottom. Leader didn't want that. He wanted to go to the bottom. So makes a move down the backstretch, puts him to the bottom. The 95 drops back down. And this league does have a rule lap cars do not have to give. It is a courtesy thing, and it is on the lap traffic driver to make that decision whether they want to or not. Lightning decides that he does want to do that, moves out of the way for the top 3. I think that's a good show of respect. He's got 2 teammates there, could have made it real hard on the 48 of Corey Melton, got him out of that picture, chose not to do that, going to fall in behind these guys, log some laps.
However, it must be said, there is a penalty if you turn somebody. If you make the wrong move and you end up taking a leader out, that would be a penalizing action. A
Penalty?
I don't know. Well, an action to deserve a penalty. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. So here we go. We got these guys working up on some more lap traffic right in front of them. We've got Dalton Wilson in the number 9 was involved in one of those early wrecks, running 28 laps down, still out there chucking along, leading laps. And we got the 5 of Brian Tarnowski right in front of him, doing a great job, 2 laps down. Seen him involved in a couple instances, still has a pretty clean race car. Just trying to log some laps, get some experience. Doing a great job out there, I think.
Especially, I mean, considering he was involved in that lap 1 crash with that 81. Oh my goodness, the 9 and the 48!
The 48 on his roof.
Down. Oh,
wow.
My gosh.
And he hit the 52 is what happened, and then wow.
Okay, we've got to find out what happened here. So the 9 turns down into the 52. Corey Melton just had nowhere to go. He was just trying to avoid the crash.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
That's your 3rd place driver getting taken out.
Second and 3rd.
2nd place. Yeah, 2nd and 3rd getting nearly wrecked by a guy running 29 laps down. I mean, that's hard.
Oh, man, that sucks for Corey Melton. He had a he was challenging for that lead, but now he's going to find himself towing to pit road, and I mean, he's
out of this race.
Out of contention. And we were just talking about the 9 car. He was keeping it clean after those couple of incidents that he's been involved in, and just unfortunate. I think we might have given him the broadcaster curse.
Well, we gave him something.
Oh.
Isn't it Door Bumper Clear that's got an Idiot of the Week award? Maybe we should adopt something like that. We've got the leaders on pit road, as you can see. Coming down, going to be about 50 laps to go when we get the green. We got 50 sitting on 52 to go right now. These guys are going to be able to make it to the end. I expect to see them to push hard. Going to the end. So that's going to leave 10 laps, 10 guys on the lead lap. And it looks like we're going to have 10 guys fighting out for the lead lap of this race to go. Doesn't look like we've got anybody left that's going to be able to come back. Maybe Nick Leo in the 69 could get his lap back. We have another caution. He is currently the only driver a lap down, still running. 48 has retired his car from the race. I don't know that we're going to be able to get him in here. Let me hop down and see if he's willing to talk here.
Well, right now, as it stands, your leaderboard looks like this. AJ Stravato leading this race. Dylan Parker was involved in that crash, and with Corey Melton and Dalton Wilson. It was just an unfortunate wreck.
As we've got Corey Melton joining us in the booth. Corey, tell us what happened, man.
Man. Well, just because you guys are my buddies, I'm going to be as nice as I can. I was pretty confidently the best in the long run, and just biding my time. The TI team are all very aggressive and don't really have any patience, and so I was just waiting until I was going to be clearly fast enough to get by him, just cruising, and 9 car just, I don't know what the heck he was doing, man. He got two out of the top 3 coming at you, and you turn down in the middle of the exit and hit the 52, and then I go low, and you're still going there, and you take 2 of the contenders to win the race out. I mean, that's just unnecessary. A lot of things happen in this race that shouldn't have, and it's frustrating. And I want to thank whoever sponsored the race. I thank you guys for the broadcast, but I will definitely not be returning to this league.
All right, fair enough. You heard it from Corey himself. We appreciate you coming on, giving us your thoughts for that incident, and you know,
man.
good luck to you, man. Hopefully, we see you back next week. If not, good luck wherever you decide to go.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. You guys do a great job, man. Keep it up.
Thanks,
All
Corey.
right, thank you. All right, as we have 1 to go, just to put a bow on that, looks like the 9 car is getting an EOL, it looks like, maybe. I'm not sure. He is 31 laps down, so
race.
yeah, he's 31 laps down. The last car running in the field anyway, so nothing to clean up there, as we've got the pace car getting ready to turn left onto pit road. There he goes. And we've got the 33 AJ Stravato and the 52 of Dylan Parker on the front row.
Got a huge jump at the very start.
Yep, that's to be expected. The guy that controls the restart is able to get that jump, and it looks like we've got a battle for third. Is that the 88 coming back?
Jaden Porter, already back
Yes,
to the top 3.
Trying to get there, battling. Looks like the 21 is on his outside. No, I'm sorry, that's the 100. Clears him, as we've got a battle for the lead. Dylan Parker trying to make that outside line work again. Not able to get there, going to squeeze behind him.
That was tight. He's to his inside, though. AJ Stravato and Dylan Parker, teammates, racing side by side for the lead with coming to 48 laps to go.
And here they go down into turn 1, side by side still. These guys are going to push each other hard. That's what TI Racing does. The 52, Dylan Parker going to clear. 33, AJ Stravato coming back on him. Dylan blocks a little bit down the backstretch.
Dylan
AJ
got a little loose.
To get to the inside.
Dylan got a little bit loose, and AJ tried to get to his inside.
Car in the wall, off turn 4, into turn 4. Looks like there was some contact
21.
made. And the caution flies.
What happened here? Looks like
It
the
looked like
88 was to
88.
his inside.
Yeah, you see it. They just bumped.
Just touched him, and they put the 21. That took out a couple cars. The 95 was involved, and who else was that was also involved?
It was hard to tell there. It looks like the 99 clears the 80, the 03.
It was the 03. Yep, got
Ryan
into the
Whitaker.
back of the 21, and then the 95 was already to the inside, nowhere to go.
Yeah, tough racing here. There's not a lot of room for error here at Dover. So just one little mistake magnifies the entire field.
And looks like AJ Stravato is going to lead, going to be the first car onto pit road, right there in front of basically the top. Well,
Just about everybody else stays out.
7th through 10th, all pit.
But he knows right now he doesn't have anything for Dylan Parker after that aggressive move, so he's going to get fresh tires. They're going to be about 7 laps green, newer, and he's just going to try to push hard, get back up there, and see if he can make newer tires work. So we're going to reset this. When we come back, we're going to go to commercial. You're watching the TI Racing Cup Series here on the Electronic Motor Racing Network. Welcome back to the TI Racing Cup Series. You're watching that on the Electronic Motor Racing Network. TI Racing NASCAR Cup Series is presented by Drive Business Solutions. Get all your business solutions at Drive, as well as Apex Sage Coaching for all your driving needs. Visit Apex Sage Coaching on Twitter. As we are coming to one to go, they're entering 3 and 4 now. Dylan Parker in first. David Stringe in that 100 on the outside front row. See if he can get a better start than these other two guys that have tried this last couple restarts, as Dylan Parker goes way earlier than he's been going. Definitely catches Stringe on gets Stringle sleeping, as he's going to bring Colby Wells into second in that Drive Business Solutions Chevrolet.
The guy I'm watching, AJ Stravato, that 33. He's on the freshest tires. He's good to go on fuel. He is going to hold nothing back as he drives through this field with, 8-lap fresh tires?
Yeah, 7 to 8 laps, I'd say, under green.
Little loose off turn 2. Going to the inside of the 100, David Stringle. Having a good run this race. Haven't really said he hits the wall. Haven't really
We've
said
said that a lot.
said his name too much in this season, but here at Dover, we've said it quite a few times.
Yeah, doing a great job. He's kissed the wall a few times on corner exit, but everybody has, so doing a great job. Holding down 4th place right now. Has William Anderson behind him on the same tires, so William might be a little faster, going to be hard to get by him, as these guys up front, Colby Wells is putting to his teammate Dylan Parker, trying to put the pressure on him best he can. As the 33 of AJ Stravato is going to set sail that try to catch up to those guys and make it a 3-car battle for that Drive Business Solutions Chevrolets. These guys out here looking like Hendrick this week at Dover.
No kidding. Hendrick in NASCAR. In case, for those of you unfamiliar with NASCAR, Hendrick Motorsports at Dover Motor Speedway finished that race 1, 2, 3, 4. They're the first 4-car team to ever pull that off.
Yeah, and if Drive Business Solutions wants to do that, they're going to have some work to do. I'm not even sure who else behind them. Ryan Whitaker in the 03
is
the next one.
He's in
he's
seventh
got some
place.
damage. Yeah, he's in 7th, has some damage from the race. So it would take a miracle or more wrecks for him to get up there. Or some more cautions. There's only 10 cars on the lead lap, some more cautions. And we did forget to mention on that last caution, the 69 of Nick Leo got his lap back. He is currently the last car on the lead lap. But he does have that lead lap back, finally, as he's worked 1 to 2 laps down most of this race.
That's a hard hit by the 03. That's going to let Jaden Porter go by. But one thing that I have noticed is that Jaden Porter, we haven't said his name too much after that last caution came out, or that first caution came out after that really long run. He's been mired back in the pack throughout these last number of laps.
Yeah, not last caution, but the caution before. He started on the outside of the second row, got pushed up, and then him and whoever that was the last time, the 26, Dan Morera, or the 21 of Brandon Alphen. I can't remember which one. One of those purple cars.
We've got a battle brewing for the lead. The 33.
AJ Stravato
passed
him. Has passed Colby Wells in the 45. He's putting it on Dylan Parker now in those fresher tires. This is what he pitted for. Didn't think he can beat him heads up. Go to pit road on caution. You get some fresh tires, and now go putting the. I don't know if he's putting the bumper to him, but he's definitely putting the pressure on.
Oh, for
These
sure.
teammates push each other hard. Loses a little ground down the front stretch after it probably got some aero push going through 3 and 4. Got to try to take a couple laps, work his way back up there. Looks like he's better in 3 and 4. 1 and 2, Dylan might have something on him.
Oh, had to get out of the gas there coming through turn 4. That gave Dylan Parker a lot of more ground. He's going to have to catch that back up.
Absolutely, as we've got 30 laps to go this time. Coming to 29 to go. Can Dylan Parker hold off the hard-charging fresh tires of AJ Stravato? Dylan has dominated this race, but last week, remember back to Texas, AJ dominated that race, wasn't able to bring home the checkered flag. Is that a same song, second verse here at Dover? Dominant car, not able to bring it home. We'll see. You're watching the Electronic Motor Racing Network, the TI Racing Cup Series, coming down to 28 laps to go with these Drive Business Solutions Chevrolet 1, 2, 3. With William Anderson moving himself into 4th position back there, passing the 99 of Patrick Thompson, who's gone back by him. I don't know if something happened because William got passed by the 99 and the 88. So both move those guys up a position.
88. I mean, just as I start saying that we're not seeing much speed out of him anymore, here he starts to come. He's driving back through the field. He's up to 6th place. 99. I mean, it's been a heck of a day for that 99 car. He's had his ups and downs for sure. Running in 2nd or 3rd place when he had an incident that involved the 48 and the 33. Back up into the lead. He's been running in the lead lap for most of the race, but not really in contention.
Back up in the top 5. Yeah, back up in the top 5 with coming to 25 laps to go. We've still got Dylan Parker in the 52 out front. AJ Stravato trying to put the pressure on. Falling back a bit is the 45 of Colby Wells, about 2.2 behind the leaders. And he's being heated up by Patrick Thompson in the 99, as we were just talking about, and the 57, and the Jaden Porter in the 88 right behind him. Patrick Thompson and Jaden Porter have newer tires, as does AJ Stravato. So Colby Wells doing all he can with those 5-lap older tires.
Oh, the 88 in the wall. That's gonna that was one of the cleaner cars on the racetrack too. That 88, no longer clean. Just like every other, pretty much every other race car on this track, with the exception of Dylan
Besides
Parker.
the 52, yes. He has kept it clean, gone through traffic once, and able to keep it clean when he came back up through the field. Did it in about 2 laps, went from about 8th to 2nd. Got past his teammate on the second to last restart. Is holding him down right now. AJ Stravato, fresher tires, running in 2nd place. Coming up on some lap traffic. That is the 9.
Is it?
And the 48. Yeah,
48's
Dalton Wilson
back
in
on
the
the
9
racetrack.
and the
I was not expecting
48
that.
out there.
Oh. Are we gonna see some?
I don't think so. I don't think Corey's that kind of driver. Might make it hard on Dalton out there. I don't think he's one to crash the leaders.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't expect him to crash the lead, to wreck the leaders.
But he is running for points in this league. I know he says he's not going to be back, but sometimes you say things in the heat of the moment and don't really mean them. But he's going to let the leader go by there, Dylan Parker's. AJ Stravato's kind of fallen back a little bit. I don't know if he caught the 9 car in the wrong place or what happened exactly, but he's lost a lot of time to Dylan Parker.
Maybe AJ Stravato just used up his tires a little bit, and all of a sudden we see Dylan Parker. Since Stravato had to try to catch him, he did have to run his tires a little bit harder. So Dylan Parker, now you see that here as Parker pulls away.
This run, as we run about 26 laps, those tires are going to equalize, and they're going to be about the same. So Dylan Parker putting up some fast laps right now, able to stretch that lead out as we're coming to 18 to go this time by.
And one thing I want to point out, look at how messed up that right front is. That's from the damage in that second caution flag that we had with the 99, the 33, and the 48. And that's going to make a world of difference. Look at the 52s. Nice and clean. Go back to the 33. It's all pushed
all
in.
Beat up.
That is a huge difference maker, especially at a racetrack like this where aerodynamics means so much to get around these high-speed corners.
Yeah, it looks like it's about 2/10 on the racetrack with 5-lap pressure tires. So he was able to maintain there for a few laps. Looks like he's just falling off now. Dylan Parker going to hit cruise control, hit his marks, drive these last 15 laps after they come across the line again, and then bring this home, get a victory lane checkered flag, get an interview for the broadcast, say hi to whoever he wants to say hi to, thank his sponsors, and smile for the rest of the evening, all the way till next week when he gets to try again.
Yep.
Definitely a redemptive race for Dylan after last week, having all those issues last week at Texas.
Spinning
doesn't
around
finish
backwards.
the race. Doesn't finish the race. Wrecks a couple times. Comes back to Dover International Speedway. Puts on a clinic of how to.
Corey.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
There's
the caution.
I saw that in the back of the camera. It looked like he bounced off the wall and hit the 9.
No, the 9 door banged him.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the 9 door banged the 48, got him loose, and the 48 came back down. You'll see it here. The 9 comes up.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. So the 9 gets into the 48 again. Hard to
tell.
Understand that rivalry there. I'm not really sure what happened there, but that is not what the 52 of Dylan Parker wanted to see, and he has expressed that on the radio. Not at all what he wanted. Says he's got somewhere to go, places to be, people to see. But that's going to give AJ Stravato in the 33 another chance. And let me ask you this, Alan. 40 laps on your tires. 10 guys on the lead lap.
You got to come to pit road.
13 laps left.
Everybody's got to come to pit road. That's what I would say.
I'm leaning that same way, but is there going to be somebody that's willing to stay out? I have to think somebody's going to try it.
Does not.
Hopefully
look like
not.
it.
Hopefully not, but
Yeah, nobody's
nope,
staying out.
Everybody down pit road. That is a good call. I am glad somebody didn't try to stay out on those old tires.
I mean, it'd be really not smart. They're gonna come to what 11 to go when we come to green flag. So
I'd say they'll be at 10 to go at least, probably, because they got to give those lap down cars a chance to pit.
10 or 11. I think the lap cars are actually pitting here, but 10 or 11 laps to go. That's way too long to be staying out on older tires. Which, keep in mind, like these guys are already running 22 or 23-second lap times compared to, Dylan Parker's best is a 22.2. So I don't think, I mean, you'd be running a second off the pace, and on a restart, that's just not smart.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to reset this here again. AJ Stravato, another chance on this restart to get his teammate Dylan Parker. I've said it a few different times. Dominant car last week did not get the checkered flag. Are we going to see that again, or is the 52 going to be able to seal the deal here with AJ Stravato, Mr. Bravado from Texas behind him? And then we've got guys like the 99 of Patrick Thompson, who's going to start on the bottom. And he's going to, if he can time it, he's going to get a good jump, assuming these teammate guys don't play the teammate game, which this late in the race, I don't see Dylan Parker telling his teammate when he's going to go.
Okay, so I want to bring up a statistic here. This is about the time when both races so far this season, yes, we've only had 2 races, but both races, a caution came around lap 15, and both of those races, we've also had a green-white checkered. Are we going to see more cautions in this race? I really believe we are.
I think so as well. Unfortunately, there's only 10 cars on the lead lap. Nick Leo's the last car on the lead lap, but he's got significant damage. Brian Tarnowski, a lap down, just got one of his laps back. Doesn't have quite so much damage. And then right behind him is the 26 of Dan Morera, 15 laps down. So if it's going to happen, it's going to be these guys on the lead lap. We've already seen the 88 get loose on the bottom and wiggle up into somebody. He's going to be on the bottom again, pushing hard, knows he has a fast car, was up there with Dylan Parker before he had the lead on Dylan before that caution in the middle of the race. We're going to see what happens as we've got the 9 car rolling back out onto the track, trying to finish this race.
And Jesse, I'm getting a couple comments here. So about Corey Melton after that caution, so someone commented, Corey Melton sounded pretty PO'd after that first crash, or the one that he was upside down, and in this one, if he wasn't mad before, he is now.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got these guys coming through turn 3 and 4, 10 laps to go in the TI Racing Cup Series, round number 3 at Dover International Speedway. The 52 gets a jump. The 33 gets a good start compared to anybody else on the outside. It looks like the 45 gets a good jump. 99 is going to get passed on his outside. Can he make a comeback? He's not going to be able to stay underneath, as they're loose in the back.
Yeah, can AJ Stravato make a charge with 10 laps to go to try to get by that 52? I don't see it happening. Here comes the 45 back to the outside.
And he does the crossover. They touch. The 33's around.
Oh, and the 03
Oh my
gets
gosh.
into him,
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
and the 33
And-
is done for the race.
And I don't blame him. He was going for the win, and that was the 45 of Colby Wells. We mentioned at the top of the show that he was on probation for this race. We'll have to see what the admins say about that one. Let's take another look here as they're going side by side. AJ throws the block on the front stretch. The
Crossover
45
move.
lets him go. Yeah, he let up early, tried to get underneath him. Hard to tell from that angle.
That, yeah. So we're going to go far chase again. From AJ Stravato's view.
So the 45 lets out early
Oh,
and just gets into him.
Yeah, 45 just, there was no room for him there. AJ had that
No.
line.
I think he thought AJ was going to overshoot the corner because he had such a shallow entry. Just didn't do it, and the 45 should have backed out a little, because you can see the 45 said, okay, he's going to have a bad entry. I'm going to back up, he's going to slide up, and I'm going to shoot the gap. But there was no gap to shoot. He just didn't get low enough. AJ didn't do what he thought he was going to do in overshooting the corner, and another mistake by the 45. Unfortunate
He did a
for
good job
him.
keeping it off the wall, but then the 03 of Ryan Whitaker basically took him out there.
Yeah, and at this point in the race, hard to make that track position up. We know from watching him, AJ Stravato's here for the win and nothing else. So to get taken out with, 3 laps to go running second is just hard to swallow for him. Don't blame him for hanging it up. Still going to finish, 11th or 12th, 11th, because there's no way he's going to fall another 12 laps down. So,
hey, you want to
tough
bring in
end to
William?
this race.
You want to bring in William Anderson today here into this broadcast?
Yeah, well, let's get him in here. William Anderson is the guy who's in the booth. Man, you're sitting pretty right there. Going to have a second place starting position. How you feel about your chances?
I wish I had something for Dylan. I think as long as he doesn't mess up, he's got this. But gonna give it a good go.
Yeah, man, absolutely. We're looking forward to it, man. You've been there all race, just hanging around that top 5 area, waiting for something to fall your way. It's fallen here in the last 5 laps of this race. Going to be on the outside front row. Wishing you the best. Good looking paint scheme this week, as always. Good luck, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right, and that's William Anderson. You heard him here. Thinks that Dylan's going to have this unless he messes up. William's got some damage on his car. Hoping just to bring it home P2, I'd say, at this point. Maybe gets to his outside, gets a good run, but we've seen the 52 of Dylan Parker get those awesome exits. Or awesome starts off every single restart. And just going to be hard to match that on a restart like this.
Anderson's been really good at give and take in this race, giving a lot.
And it's time to take. Yeah, it's time to take now. We'll see if that patience is still there, because we've got the guys working through turn 3 and 4.
Here we go. Oh, they pushed back the restart. A little bit of confusion, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
what the admin
guys
say?
are doubled up. Okay. No, nothing's happened. It must have just been a iRacing glitch, and the pace car just now shuts the lights off. So looks like we're gonna go green this time. Could have stuck in another question, but didn't want to keep William. He's thinking about cleaning his tires off, getting a good restart, and look who is on the second row on the inside. Jaden Porter in the 88 has finally made his way back to the front. I wonder, is he thinking it's his chance?
Well, I kind of am thinking it is, but he's had the long run car. This is not a long run race anymore. There's 5 laps to go. Are these guys going to be able to? Is that 88 going to be fast enough to be able to pull off a pass on the 52?
Yeah, and we're going to see that here as they're coming through turns 3 and turn 4. I'm excited to see it. Hope everybody at home's excited to see it. We're getting ready. The pace car is off. Dylan Parker waiting, and he takes off before the pit road. Anderson gets a good jump. 88's not going to get under him, and we have 2 laps to go here at Dover International Speedway. 3 laps to go. I apologize. 4 laps to go. Gosh, my lap counter's wrong. It says 3 laps to go, so I apologize for that. As William Anderson to the inside of Dylan Parker. Dylan up the track, gets a good run on exit.
We have a battle! Oh,
And Anderson not able to put the power down. That's going to give Jaden Porter the inside. Going to try to stick. William has the outside now. Is Porter going to be able to put the power down? He's not. Anderson holds second. Porter in third.
And
Parker
that's exactly
gone.
what Parker wanted to see. The 52 is out of here. He is 0.7 of a second ahead of the lead of the second place driver of William Anderson.
Absolutely, as Porter is putting on the pressure of Anderson here, going through 1 and 2. Parker, meanwhile, driving away, coming around to 1 lap to go. Dylan Parker coming off turn 4, coming to get the white flag. 1 more lap to go for Dylan Parker. William Anderson closing up. Did Parker get the wall there?
Just a little bit. I think he's getting anxious for the end of this race. Here comes William Anderson. Parker's got some damage. William Anderson's going to make a run to the lead.
Not going to be able to make it happen. The 52 going to close the deal after leading almost all of the laps under green. Dylan Parker takes the checkered flag. William Anderson getting second. The 88 of Jaden Porter coming home on the podium. Meanwhile, honorable mentions the 99 Patrick Thompson, the 100 of David Stringle, the 45 Colby Wells, 86 Jacob Locklear, 03 Ryan Whitaker, 69 of Nick Leo, and Brian Tarnowski bringing it home in 10th place. What a race, what a battle. I think Dylan made that a little closer than he probably wanted to. What do you think, Alan? What did you think of that last lap?
I think that last lap was set up by Dylan Parker making the only mistake in this entire race, hitting the wall, coming to the white flag. And that gave William Anderson a chance.
Gave him a chance, but not able to pull it off. As we've got Dylan Parker for the second time this year, bringing it home, P1. Not the race he wanted at Texas, but brings it home. Brings it to victory lane today. See if we can get William Anderson in here to get him that podium interview. William Anderson, the guy's up in the booth, man. We talked to you before that last restart. Looked like he had a shot. He gave you the bottom, not able to get the power down. What were you thinking going through coming off of turn 2 there?
Which lap? On the last one or
the not the last one, the restart. We'll get to that last lap. On the restart.
It just sucks. I wanted to keep my foot down in it, but that's not the clean way to race. So it just got too tight off it. I got the run down off of 2, down to 3 and 4, and I got underneath them, which I was surprised I got there. But once when I came side by side with him, it just got so tight I had to get out of the gas and couldn't keep the power down off of 4.
Yeah, and I think that was probably a wise move, man. You pushed hard. Tell us about that last lap. He gets in the wall, coming to the white flag. I bet your eyes got real big, didn't they?
Oh, man. Oh, the dog saw the rabbit after that. I was trying to get there. Just couldn't get there. Car's just too tight off of 4. But no, Dylan drove a good race, and he deserved to win it. I wish I could have played Party Crasher, but almost getting there, getting better every week.
William, do you think that last run there right after those last 5 laps, do you think that you not being able to keep up with that leader was a result of your damage and Dylan Parker not having any until that last lap?
I don't know what damage you're talking about.
I thought you got into the wall once or twice during this race. I could be mistaken.
Nope. Yeah, I repaired it every time. That'd be why I lose a couple positions on pit road during those yellows. But yeah, the last 50 laps, she was as clean as could be. I just tried to keep it going straight. But yeah, just came up a little short tonight. Dylan definitely was a class of the field and deserves to be celebrating.
Absolutely, man. We saw a lot of give and take from you out there. A lot of smart racing. Even when it's coming down to the last handful of laps, you decide to lift coming off the floor. We appreciate that. Appreciate you for the way that you drive this league, the respect that you've got for your peers out there, and just appreciate drivers like you. Hopefully, some guys watching this race, when they watch it back, they'll see some of that and take note.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, try to race clean and yeah, just try to be respectful to everybody and hope it comes back.
Absolutely, man. Before we let you go, is there anybody out there you want to thank?
Thank you guys for hosting the race and broadcasting. You guys do a phenomenal job. And to the league, hopefully we can just keep racing smarter and have some good racing every Thursday night.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate it, William. Go get them next week.
Congratulations on your second place finish, man.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, that's William Anderson, your second place finisher there. And here comes Dylan Parker. Dylan Parker, it's the guys up in the booth. Congratulations, man. You had a little more drama on that last lap than you were probably wanting, but able to seal the deal and bring it home P1.
Yeah, thank you. That last lap little incident there was not planned at all. As guys, my VC was talking a lot. I got scared that there's gonna be another caution, but yeah, brought it home still.
Absolutely, man. We saw you get a good restart on that last one, but William, he got the best restart on the outside that we saw anybody throughout the race. Was able to stick it underneath you going into turn 3, I believe. And did you let him have the bottom there, knowing you would get that giant run, or did he just drive it in and you just respecting that boundary and letting him have it?
Yeah, I just let him take it. I wasn't gonna try and block him and risk me wrecking into 3. So I just let him have it. Knew I was gonna get the run. It was a little tight squeeze there, but we made it work and was able to get the run and clear him.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We saw you restart in the back after that iRacing glitch under caution. I heard you on the radio give everybody a warning: if they wrecked your car, you're knocking on their door the next day.
Yeah.
You made it through that field in 2 laps, man. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I knew there was some speed up top if you made it work and just carried the momentum through the exit. So with fresh tires, I was able to, just stick it up there, get the run up the corner, and just continue doing that until I got up the second and got up to AJ. After the 3rd place and second, it was just hard. It was so hard he would get by that dirty air and AJ with all that clean air.
Absolutely, man. Well, you made it work. You made it interesting for us to watch up here and everybody at home. Is there anybody that you'd want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Drive Business Solutions, TI Racing, everyone in that. You guys for doing a great broadcast, and PPM and everyone in that.
All right, man. We appreciate it. Congratulations on the win. Wasn't able to make all the laps at Texas. Come back this week and a big bounce back. Dominate the race. Put it in victory lane. Second win on the season, as we said. Congratulations, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, and that is your race winner, Dylan Parker in the 52. Alan, do you want to take this interview with the 88?
Yeah, I enjoyed watching that 88 drive through the field a couple times. So.
All right, Jaden Porter, you're in the booth, man. Congratulations on your P3 finish.
Thanks.
Jaden, that was a lot of fun watching you drive through the field a couple of times. Had a pretty rough qualifying lap, but I mean, you drove through the field and you were knocking on the door for the lead, coming to the first green flag pit stop sequence. So, how did you feel? Did you feel like you were definitely the fastest car on the long runs?
On the first long run, I thought it was. The other couple, I really chewed up my stuff because the first long run I was using actually cars ahead of me to helped me save my tires. But when I finally got up there, that advantage of using people to kind of help you save your tires went away, and I just struggled after that. We got the lead on one of them, and then we had the iRacing issue where pits were open after I passed it. That kind of killed us a little bit, but we were pretty fast, passing a lot of cars today.
Yeah, we definitely noticed that. And we talked to you after that one of those really big incidents, one of those caution flags. How do you think you got back up into that top three? Because I mean, you were running in 7th with what, 13 to go or so, something like that. You drove your way back to the top 3.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of cars were out of the race. I'd say not with it being kind of a lower kind of a field at the end of the race due to all the wrecks kind of helped out a lot. But, I mean, I was pretty quick. I thought, like, all around. You know, I really messed up qualifying and all that. But I was pretty quick all around. Just, I didn't really compare to Dylan. Dylan was definitely the fastest car all day.
Yeah, but, man, you were right there with him until that pit iRacing thing happened. Dylan put the power down, used up his tires, drove back up to 2nd. You took the long game approach, that long run speed that you talked about, and slowly worked your way back up. End up with a P3 finish, man. Congratulations on that. Before we let you go, is there anybody you want to thank?
Obviously, my friend Patrick for getting me in this league, Chris for hosting the league. And, I mean, that's really it.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations again on that 3rd place finish. We're looking forward to seeing you next week. Again, looking forward to seeing that 2 spots better. And hey, you improved this week. I didn't see any mistakes on pit road.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Thank you,
All right,
guys.
buddy. Congratulations. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. So that was your top 3 here from Dover International Raceway. We appreciate you guys watching here on the Electronic Motor Racing Network. These TI Cup Series guys really put on a show. A lot of bumping and banging this week, getting into the wall. Lots of things happening throughout the race. Next week, we are off to Michigan, a 2-mile quad oval for 125 laps in the afternoon. Lots of slipping and sliding, lots of drafting. Looking forward to it. Again, you're watching the TI Racing Cup Series on the Electronic Motor Racing Network. Thanks for joining us and have a good night. From Jesse Rathbun and Alan Bledsoe. Until next time, we'll see ya.